and welcome to episode 271 of Magic the Amateuring.
That's right. You're listening to a podcast that's for people that play Magic the Gathering, whether they're new to it, returning to it, have been playing it forever and ever and just like hearing about it, or stumbled on this by accident thinking that it was about pulling rabbits out of hats.
You know, we've encountered that before, and we welcome you.
That literally, did I tell you the story about the Lyft driver
Yes.
who was like, "Oh, I've seen your video, but because I was looking for magic tricks."
Ooh.
And like a video of yours came up and I was like, "Oh,
And now
great."
And now that Lyft driver is a famous professional Magic player. You may know him as Reed Duke. And that's the true story of Reed Duke.
Did you know that he was once a Lyft driver in Minneapolis, Minnesota?
Long before Lyft was invented.
Long before Lyft was invented, who had a dream of being a stage magician, but completely by chance ended up playing the game Magic the Gathering.
Wow.
Wow, what a story.
Yes, you heard it here. In exclusive, hot
That's
exclusive.
right, yep.
I'm one of your hosts of this magical show, Maria.
I'm another one of your hosts, Megan.
And on today's episode, not only are we going to give you tidbits into Reed Duke's past lives, but we're going to talk about Dominaria. Yay!
That's right. We have some cards that we're going to talk about that have already been previewed.
Yes.
And we're going to preview 2 new cards.
2 brand new cards. You haven't seen them anywhere else because here is the first time your ears / your eyes will witness them unless you're watching this, after they're... Anyway, it's complicated.
You get it.
Time is complicated.
You get it.
You know what we mean, okay?
You're going to see them. And it's going to be great.
Yeah, and some cool new stuff from Dominaria, a little look behind the scenes of how they sort of developed this set. And Richard Garfield, the inventor of magic, the man, the myth, the magic himself, the Garfield, not the cat, the man, or the president. He came back to help out on the design for the set, and we're going to talk a little bit about the sagas and how those came to be in Dominaria.
Is there a relation between the cat and the president Garfield?
Probably. I mean, they
just
look
like
the same.
how Mallard Fillmore was
Millard Fillmore.
Yeah, but
it
was a duck in the comic series, right?
I'm sure that in the 80s there was a need to...
There was a real need
for political satire on Garfield.
Based on James Garfield? Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know. Maybe.
Could
be.
Well,
if you know, you can...
That's a question to answer.
You can tweet at us with the hashtag...
President Garfield.
President Garfield, please.
Wait. No, the hashtag cat President Garfield.
Cat President Garfield.
Yes. If you happen to know the answer of whether James Garfield, the president, and the cat Garfield are related. Richard Garfield related to both.
Yes.
But we're not going to tell you how.
No.
But we will talk a little bit about some of the ideas that he had for Dominaria, and which are talked about today on Daily MTG.
Yeah, and then we're going to take a look at Arena.
Ooh.
We've been streaming some of the Arena in beta.
That's right.
And Megan is brewing some sweet decks that you need to know about.
You can check some of them out tomorrow on our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
YouTube.com/MTAcast. We've got a hot video coming your way that talks about some updates to one of the decks and then a completely different weird and funky brew.
Yeah, so if you have access to the beta, they're super simple and cost-effective decks that you can use. And once it becomes, out there for everybody, put them in your hat because you might want to build these.
That's right. Then when you put your hat on, these ideas will fall out and into your head.
That's how hats work. They're not just for covering or cold or looking stylish.
No.
They're for idea keeping.
Nice.
And we're going to talk about Team Modern Super League update. We have a Flavor Text Theater. How are we even going to fit all of this info into one show?
I don't know. Maybe instead of people listening at 1.5 speed, we will have to record it at 1.5 speed. Ready to fast forward into the future?
Before we fast forward into your brains, we're going to say thank you to you for supporting us on patreon.com/MTAcast. Please don't fast forward through this part.
Yes,
of
don't.
The show.
Because we need your support to continue. We thank you so much. We thank you so much. Everyone who is already a patron of the show, for as little as $5 a month, which is cents a day, you can make sure that we're able to keep bringing this show and videos like the ones about Arena and series like Magic 101 to you.
To you specifically.
You specifically.
We know you, and it's for you. Actually, it's like so true. We do so many things here at MTA Cast, and the reason we switched to monthly donations on Patreon is because we are doing so much more. We're doing the podcast. We're doing multiple video series.
Yeah.
And it's just like all for you, and it's all for the support it's all from the support you give us on patreon.com/MTAcast. So thank you for everybody for joining. Once again, like we said last week, we want to get our number up over 700, and we want to keep it there, and we did get it over 700, and then it quickly fell back down.
It's okay. With your help, we know we can get there.
We know we can do it. So yeah, head over there and check it out. A big thanks also to Card Kingdom, cardkingdom.com/MTAcast. They're our wonderful, beautiful sponsors of the show. And we just love the spirit they have in the game and the way they're so community oriented and all this kind of stuff.
Absolutely. They have the fastest shipping in the West.
Oh yeah, they sure do.
As we have said many times. And besides that, they're just great. They're great.
Their customer service is bar none. They've got wonderful magic decks for her, battle decks for her, and we've showed you them on the.
I think when you're saying bar none, you have to say something afterwards.
They have the best shipping, bar none.
There you go. Yes.
Okay.
Like you have to.
Do you remember when there was a candy bar called bar none?
No.
Look it up right now.
Okay, I will.
I want to make sure I'm not making this up.
It sounds like you are. I've never heard of it.
I feel like this is a terrible joke that a candy company was like, this would be funny, wouldn't it, if we had a bar called Bar None? And then it was just awful and it never sold.
Oh my God, yeah.
Because
this is real.
Who would want to eat it? What does it say?
Wow, okay. It is Bar None, chocolate wafer, milk chocolate, and peanuts.
That sounds good.
Yeah. People are like, hey, it was really good. Someone is like, it was better than Kit Kat.
Oh, and it just went away. Probably because of the name stunk.
Exactly. It was a Hershey. It was a Hershey candy
product. Interesting.
So,
wow.
Anyways,
that came from the depths of my memory. Back into the times when you're like, I'm remembering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on a 8x8 black and white TV.
This one says that it might have been chocolate. This one looks like it's chocolate wafers, peanuts, and caramel.
Oh.
Like they also had a caramel one?
That sounds good.
Okay.
Please ship us a Bar None to our office and we'll eat it on the show.
I think it's going to be like 2 decades old if they do that. We might die.
Oh, God.
You can sign a petition. You can sign a petition to have it brought back.
If you ate a Bar None and know what it tasted like, please tweet at us with the hashtag Bar None.
What?
That's it.
Oh, just the hashtag Bar None?
Yeah, because I want to know from the horse's mouth, as it were.
True.
You're not a horse, but you know what I mean.
Bring back the Hershey's Bar None candy. A petition on change.org has 161 supporters.
Oh, that's sad.
That's
never going to get done.
Yeah, that seems unlikely. But anyways.
Anyway, the point is, Card Kingdom is great, bar none.
Bar none.
They still have the super sweet rainbow.
Is the best, bar none.
Is the best, bar none.
Yeah.
Yes, there we go. That makes sense. The sweet, like, rainbow and unicorn playmat that you can get there.
It's so good.
You'll be rocking it in Seattle for the GP this coming weekend.
Absolutely.
And, yeah, some cool stuff over there. So thanks to them, and thanks to you, too.
Yeah.
Bar none. Dominaria preview cards.
That's right, everybody. We are going to not make you wait.
No.
We are going to hit you right off the bat with our preview cards.
MTA's personal preview cards.
MTA's personal preview cards. Are you ready?
I wish there was another P in there, but there just wasn't.
MTA's personal preview cards.
Cards.
Cards. First,
yes,
we have Seal Away.
Seal Away. It's an art of a seal balancing a ball on snow. Just kidding.
I wish. I really wish it was. 1 and a white for an enchantment. Flash. When Seal Away enters the battlefield, exile target tapped creature an opponent controls until Seal Away leaves the battlefield. Ooh.
I like it.
Me too.
This is efficient removal for any creature.
Exactly. And it's not like it has to deal you damage.
No.
As soon as it's tapped, you're just like, boom, gotcha.
Boop, seal it away.
Exactly.
I guess not Carnage Tyrant.
No, sadly.
Oh, well.
Sadly, never Carnage Tyrant.
Yeah. But
what can you do about Carnage Tyrant? Nothing.
Block
Nothing.
it, I guess, with enough creatures.
Exactly. It gets rid of like pesky things with Embalm, like Vizier of Many Faces.
Yeah, you're not going to be viziering anything anymore.
Exactly.
You're not going to the graveyard.
Nope. It is sealed away. It's locked under lock and key.
Locked, exiled by.
The art on this is really cool. It's like, I think it's like the giant, it's like with the little, is it like a Phyrexian or is it?
It reminds me of those suits that they wore.
Like the Urza's Titan suits?
Yeah, the Titan suits.
But it says an ancient nemesis rendered harmless long ago.
Oh, interesting.
Although maybe it was Tevish Satz.
Maybe it is, like encased in stone somehow. And when there's all those weird time portals on Dominaria or whatever, that was part of it.
He wasn't encased in stone.
No, he was exploded.
He was exploded big time. He was not sealed away.
No.
No.
No, he was not.
No, he was not.
I'm going to preface. We have 2 preview cards. Preface these with saying that these are both good. I selfishly requested cards for a white weenie deck. So that's what these cards are going to be. Sorry, Megan. But this card is like legit really good in those decks. And right now, what do we have? We don't have Seal Away, obviously.
Yeah.
We have
Cast Out and Excellence Binding.
I'm thinking of the little dinosaur one. Gosh,
Slash of Talons.
Why is my brain getting so weird? It's an exile effect as well, and when it leaves, they get a dinosaur.
Arrest. Baffling End.
Baffling End. That's what we have now. Baffling End, but it's not. It doesn't have Flash, and Flash is so important. And yes, I guess it has to be tapped, but
But Baffling End has the very important like CMC 3 or less.
Yes.
Which this does not have.
This does not have no restrictions.
It's just like as long as it's tapped, I'll take it.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool to have that flexibility as well.
Absolutely.
Okay, Seal Away. Wonderful. I love it. Putting it in the deck.
Ah, very nice. Very nice. Yes.
All right, up next, Dauntless Bodyguard.
Ooh.
So in a white weenie deck, what do you want maybe more than anything else, Megan?
Counterspell.
Wrong.
It's going to be really hard when you're mono white, but I think we can find a workaround.
Sorry. That is, in fact, the last thing that you want. Not always true.
Well, I tried.
What you want is high power, low mana cost, and that's what we get in this card. It is a single white mana for a 2/1. Yay! We love those in white.
Amazing.
Dauntless Bodyguard creature, Human Knight. It is an uncommon. As it enters the battlefield, choose another creature you control. Sacrifice Dauntless Bodyguard. The chosen creature gains indestructible until end of turn.
Ooh,
I love
that's
it.
pretty sweet.
This is a great card.
That's a sweet effect.
Yeah, because like you counterspells, you don't often have counterspells in white weenie creature decks. There just isn't room. You've got to jam too many creatures and various pump up effects, or maybe some kill spells or exile effects like we just saw in Seal Away. So you don't have room to be like counter your removal. Well, guess what?
Wow.
What if your counter, quote unquote, was on a stick on your Dauntless Bodyguard who's like, don't worry, I got this. I'll take the bullet for you. And
That's
the creature
right.
survives. Love it.
I like that you could play this on turn 1 if you don't have any other good 1-drops in your hand, and it still does just like a 2/1 body.
Yeah,
great,
love it.
But if you have it later, it's like more utility than just like a 2/1 on turn 4, which is like mildly embarrassing.
Whoa.
You heard me.
I'll play 2/1 on turn 4.
Well, that's a choice you're making.
It is. And you know what? We're going to talk more about it later in the show. But yeah, this I think is an excellent card to include in any one of those kinds of decks.
This might go in the deck that you're talking about later.
It sure would. 100%. And it would be better than what I have in there now, specifically because there is no cost other than sacrificing it. Because you don't like to leave mana open if you can help it. Nope. Anyway, these 2 cards, love them. Thumbs up.
Yeah.
White weenie decks in Dominaria.
Sweet.
Okay, so what other exciting things have we seen previewed so far in Dominaria? Which exciting thing do you want to talk about first?
Jaya Bullard.
None other
than the infamous Jaya. These days, Red Planeswalker. Once upon a time, famous Red Mage.
Yes.
Now, famed Red Planeswalker.
The responsible for the sassiest flavor text in all of Magic.
Which is...
I don't know. It's just every flavor text she has is sassy.
Wow, now I need to look that up. Okay,
Yeah,
hold on.
Yeah, go look up
Talk about this Jaya.
something that Jaya's done. Okay, so it's 2 red for a 5 loyalty planeswalker. And she's older now. We haven't seen Jaya.
She looks amazing.
She looks great. Silver fox.
Yeah.
Beautiful white hair and red spell of something that she's casting with a wizard staff and a red cloak.
Yeah, like this is how I'm gonna dress when I'm her age.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Just be like, do you know what?
Looks
To heck
badass.
with it all. Yep.
Her +1 is add 3 red. You can spend it to cast instant or sorcery spells. Her another +1 is discard up to 3 cards and draw that many cards.
Nice.
Great. And -8 is the ultimate. You get an emblem with you may cast instant and sorcery cards from your graveyard. If a card cast this way would be put into your graveyard, exile it instead. So
Pretty sweet.
she's all about recurring those instants and sorceries and helping you cast them and putting stuff in your graveyard, which doesn't really matter because you can just get it back later.
On Scryfall in the advanced search for flavor text, it's the example is any flavor text, e.g. Jaya Ballard.
Yeah, she's kind of, I think, infamous for this.
Okay. Once great literature, now great litter.
Ooh,
On browse.
snap.
Wow. Gotcha. On carbonized, there's no coming back from that.
Oh, yeah. So true.
This one's a very you. That's a lot of nuggets.
Chicken egg. Oh, yeah, from one of the unsets.
Yep.
That's a lot of nuggets.
That's a lot of nuggets. Let's see. Oh no, not you again. Yeah, she's sassy. Gorilla Warcry. The only art these beasts possess is the art of noise. Wow.
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 That's sweet.
Yeah.
So there's the card Incinerate. Yes, I think toast is an approximate appropriate description. She's funny.
Some have said there is no subtlety to destruction. You know what? They're dead.
Yes. Jaya.
Nice. Nice.
So cool. I love it.
All right. Awesome. So that's Jaya. We also have another planeswalker.
Yes. Teferi.
Teferi, hero of Dominaria.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So Teferi is 3 white blue for a 4 loyalty walker. +1 draw a card. At the beginning of the next end step, untap 2 lands. Sick. That's great.
That is like, you would think draw a card would be enough.
Nope. You get to
You get
untap some
more.
lands. So it's like, guess what? I'm going to be able to cast it.
Wow.
-3, put target non-land permanent into its owner's library. 3rd from the top.
Gross.
Nice. Nice. 3rd from the top.
That's really bad.
-8, you get an emblem with whenever you draw a card, exile target permanent and opponent controls.
I love
Wow.
this, the way that, because I just said that's really bad when obviously it's a very good ability, but
Yes.
I'm treating it like you're casting it and I'm on the
Yes.
receiving end of
Yes.
it. It's like,
You're like, oh, that's really
3rd from
bad.
the
3rd from the top.
Yeah.
I got what you meant. Like, oh, that's bad for you.
I like this card.
Me too.
Seems strong.
Oh, seems awesome.
Draw a card and untap 2 lands. Do you think that's enough for you to consider him being protected as at only 4 loyalty for 5 mana?
I think so, because he'll go up to 5. And if you think about it, if you wait to cast this on 6, or even if you have something like Seal Away,
Yeah.
and you've got it in your hand and you cast him on
it.
5, you plus him, and you've got like Seal, like you can untap 2 lands that you can cast Seal Away with.
Great.
Pretty sick.
You've beaten my deck.
Or if you wait until 6, and then you can untap and have 3, which is like representing a lot of counterspell magic. Pretty great. Pretty great.
Yeah, that's solid.
Speaking of legendaries,
Oh, yeah.
not a planeswalker.
No, Joyra, Weatherlight Captain, is Captain of the Weatherlight. 2 blue-red for a 3/3, legendary human artificer. Whenever you cast a historic spell, draw a card.
Nice.
Wow. So
Very cool.
this card, the stats are fine on it, and the historic spell cast, drawing a card off of it could get out of hand.
Yeah. Artifacts, legendaries, and sagas are historic. So if you could do
All
like
artifacts?
all artifacts are historic. Because if you think about it, how do they become historic?
Yeah, because they're
time.
artifacts. Time.
Anyways, time.
It can't be a new artifact.
And you could cast it like right away. You could draw a card if you cast a Mox Amber.
Ooh, a Mox Amber, a new preview card.
That's right. Zero mana. So you're like,
This
here's
is a
my
true
Joyra,
Mox.
and here's this Mox Amber. I will draw a card. Tap, add 1 mana of any color among legendary creatures and planeswalkers you control. Pretty cool.
Yeah, so
Yeah. And it's going to make you some mana. Nice.
wow, it's going to be crazy once we know all the historic spells that we could potentially cast in this set.
Yeah. What else have you got your eye on, Maria?
Well, let's take a peek at the rest of the Weatherlight crew. But before we do, actually, let's talk about their ship because they're going to be crewing this ship.
That's right.
The Weatherlight! It is 4 mana for a 4/5 legendary artifact vehicle. Flying. Duh. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you can look at the top 5 cards of your library and then reveal a historic card from among them and put it into your hand. The rest go on the bottom in a random order. Crew 3.
Very sweet.
Yeah.
Very sweet. Just a flying 4/5.
I love vehicles. So I'm into it.
Crewing it is Raph Capuchin, ship's mage, another member of the crew.
Yes.
2 white-blue, flash flying. You may cast historic spells as though they had flash.
Flash in that
3/3.
Mox.
Yeah. Here you go.
Now I have another mana. Sucker.
What about that?
You
so
know-
obviously like a strong historic theme in this set.
Yes, you need historic people to crew this ship. And obviously every ship needs, all right, a mage.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, also, so looking at it, so the Weatherlight, the crew cost is 3. And if you notice, so Raph,
Oh,
3/3,
you're
Joyra,
right.
3/3. 2 of the other ones we're about to talk about, Arvad the Cursed and Tiana, ship's caretaker,
They can
who
all
are
crew
Yeah.
it. Oh,
They're
I
all
love
3/3s
that.
who
That's
can crew the
fabulous.
Weatherlight.
That's fabulous.
Yeah. Speaking of, so we've got Arvad the Cursed.
There's always a cursed person on the Weatherlight, it seems.
It's true. You know, when you're running around trying to defeat multiplanar evil, you're gonna get cursed.
Someone's gonna
get cursed.
And in this case, poor Arvad.
Arvad the Cursed.
Cursed.
3 white black, vampire knight, legendary creature. 3/3, death touch, lifelink.
In.
Other legendary creatures you control get +2/+2.
I love it. Arvad, get in my gang. I love lifelink. You're in.
Same.
Tiana, ship's caretaker, is awesome. Once again, costs 5, 3 Boros mana, 3/3 flying, first strike. Whenever an aura or equipment you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, you may return that card to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step.
Ooh.
Awesome.
Wow.
So her deal, Tiana's deal, is she's on the Weatherlight because what powers the Weatherlight, as you may or may not know, or will know soon, or will know in about 5 seconds, was the collapsed realm of Sarah with a bunch of angels on it. And Tiana's an angel too. She has super sweet wings.
Yeah,
and,
she does.
Her job was to kind of like make sure that it was being respected what was powering the Weatherlight, because it's only somebody's whole universe.
Yeah.
And then she was like, oh, wait, I'm good at protecting this. But then she found out really quickly that she was super good at repairing the engines or anything else that went wrong with the Weatherlight. So she's like, oh, okay, I'll stay on. And not only will I make sure that everyone's paying proper respect to Sarah's realm, I'm going to make sure that this thing runs smoothly. So she's she's got a sweet like mechanics outfit on, and
I love that her wings are just so low key.
Yeah,
like they're huge, but like that's not what you notice at first. You're just like, oh yeah, it's just a woman in like some cover, like a nice coverall outfit doing her repair work, and then it's like, wait a second, she also has giant wings.
Yeah, cool.
Giant wings, very cool. We've also got Slimefoot the Stowaway. Poor
love
Slimefoot.
Slimefoot's great.
Slimefoot's pretty gross.
I love Slimefoot.
1 black green for a 2/3 legendary creature fungus. Hey, have you heard about the legendary fungus?
Oh, unfortunately, I have.
Whenever a sapling you control dies, Slimefoot the Stowaway deals 1 damage to each opponent and you gain 1 life. 4, create a 1/1 green sapling creature token. Pretty
Slimefoot looks like a what is it called?
A fungus?
A fungus among us. Mm-hmm. He looks like a little, succulent.
Oh, I see it at the top.
Flower hat.
Yeah. Oh, poor Slimefoot.
Well, Slimefoot's on the crew now. So
that's true.
I hope Slimefoot gets into battle with the rest of the Weatherlight crew, and they're like, I'm so happy Slimefoot stowed away.
Thank goodness Slimefoot's here.
to help us make some more saprolings.
We've also got Karn's Temporal Sundering.
Yes.
The art on this is amazing. It's a Noah
great.
Bradley. It looks super cool.
Outdid himself, if I may say so myself, on this one.
Can't wait to see people's playmats.
Oh, absolutely.
4 blue, legendary sorcery, so you can cast it only if you control a legendary creature or planeswalker. Target player takes an extra turn after this one. Return up to 1 target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Exile Karn's Temporal Sundering. That's sweet.
Yeah. I mean, let's say if you're playing limited, are you playing this card?
I think in this set you are, because there's so many legendaries. Like we have like uncommon legendary creatures. So I think if you've got like a couple of uncommon legendaries, go for it.
Is the benefit of taking an extra turn and returning something to its hand enough for 6 mana?
Yes.
Okay.
Taking an extra turn is dope.
Megan's taken more turns than most people.
I have taken a lot of turns in my time.
That's very true.
We also have, this is one of the sagas.
So cool. The Mirari Conjecture. The names of them I really like too.
Yeah.
For 4 and a blue. Chapter 1. Return target instant card from your graveyard to your hand. 2. Return target sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. 3. Until end of turn, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy it. You may choose new targets for the copy.
I just love the art on this one. I want this art.
It is beautiful.
It's so good.
They can make some sweet playmats. Are you listening, wizards? Please do
Make
it with
some
the
sweet
sagas.
playmats.
We love them.
Speaking of Time of Ice, also love the art on this one. It's so
Beautiful.
good. Oh, it's so good. Chapters 1 and 2 are tap target creature an opponent controls. It doesn't untap during its controller's untap step for as long as you control Time of Ice. Chapter 3, return all tapped creatures to their owner's hands.
Great.
Wow.
That's really good.
Wow.
I love it. Ice effect too, so makes sense. We tweeted out a link to which one? Go back just a quick second. The first eruption.
Oh, yeah. Because the art on it is so cool.
The artist spent an insane amount of time making the art on the first eruption look like a tapestry.
Yeah.
And we tweeted out a link to a little article they wrote about the process of it and how they said, I almost went crazy. My hand cramped up. It was the most time I've ever spent on a painting. And I think it's just really worth a read into that, because that's some pretty cool stuff there.
Absolutely. It looks amazing.
Speaking of sagas, can we just talk about let's first do these commons really quick.
Oh, yeah. We just have a couple of uncommons that we wanted to touch on. I think the coolest one is also the most terrifying name, Caligo Skin Witch. No, thank you. No, thanks.
What kind of witch do you want to be? I want to be a super sweet, like moon witch, where I'm doing cool things when the moon comes. I want to be a skin witch. Get out of here.
Leave.
We don't want.
Out.
No,
you're out.
No, it's gross. I don't even know what that means. But
I don't know what it means, but go. It's not allowed. It's definitely not allowed.
My dream has always been to be a skin witch.
Oh gosh, why?
I never will need to use moisturizer or anti-aging cream.
No.
Skin witch.
No.
Please.
1 in a black, 1/3. Kicker 3 in a black, which means that when you cast it, you can pay an additional 3 in a black to get this extra effect. When it enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, each opponent discards 2 cards.
Why would you kick a skin witch?
Well, to make my opponent discard 2 cards.
Yeah, this is great. I love it. Flexible. That's the whole deal with Kicker. This is the first time I think we've seen it on a card that's been previewed officially. Mm-hmm. Kicker is so wonderful if you've never played with it before, because you can just play this as a 1/3 for 2 if you need it. If not, kick it later in the game and get an extra benefit.
That is right.
Love it.
Awesome. So these are, again, it's preview season, so these are constantly updating. So if you want to learn more about what sort of amazing cards you're going to see in Dominaria, make sure you're checking out whether you find that info on Twitter or we always use scryfall.com because they've got their constantly rolling update.
Yes.
Which is pretty sweet.
Really cool. Okay, let's talk a little bit about, as I mentioned, the saga design in Dominaria, because it's kind of like the hallmark card. And Daily MTG posted a really cool article by Mark Rosewater, lead designer of Magic, about the creation of the sagas. And as we mentioned, Richard Garfield, the creator of Magic, came back to help out on Dominaria and do some design work, and was kind of one of the lead architects of making these sagas. In fact, he was so excited by the idea when somebody mentioned kind of these artifacts that are, these cards that are used to tell the story of Dominaria, that he went home and he made some proxy cards of an idea he had for the sagas.
Yeah.
They look really, really neat. And I gotta say, I actually love and probably prefer the actual artistic design of these. And they look cool, but maybe not enough like a Magic card. I don't know. But yeah, they're really awesome looking. And it was the same kind of concept where he had the saga card and then various story elements, but the difference was you had to meet a requirement to move on to the next element of the story, as opposed to just your next upkeep or whatever.
Some of them you had to meet a requirement.
Sure.
Like this one is called Saga of the Restless Dead, and it starts with it's your first lore counter goes on a blank space where there's nothing, and then each of the spaces you can advance to has a little icon, and there's a key at the bottom that tells you what that icon corresponds to. Like the first one says put a creature from your graveyard into play, and the very last one says put all creatures from your graveyard into play. Sick. Which is awesome. And it says as it traces its little path back and forth, there's locks across them. It says story doesn't advance with no creatures in your graveyard.
Oh, that's so cool.
Which is super cool. But this next one, the burning of Lotus Dell, doesn't you don't have to meet a requirement. And the first ones are you may pay 1 mana. If you do this turn, your mana can be used as any color. And the very last one, this turn you may sacrifice a land for 2 mana of any color, which is pretty sweet. Wow. Yeah.
Really neat to see some of the backstory of the design of the set and kind of what the cards used to look like before they final formed, as it were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's super cool, and we highly recommend going and checking them out because they are very cool design.
Yeah. Neat. And neat to have Richard Garfield back helping out for a set. So I'm really excited to see how it plays, because last time he helped out on a set was Innistrad, which is widely regaled as one of the best limited formats of all time.
Standard corner.
Just an average corner.
That's right. It's pretty standard.
And in this standard corner, it's actually going to be me talking about standard, which is not usually the case.
Whoa!
Weird.
Party on.
But it was because I was talked into coming and playing at GP Seattle this coming weekend.
I'm very persuasive.
And so if you're there, come say hi. Both Megan and I will be there. Megan will be doing some writing, so you can come say hi to her, and I'll be walking around with a rainbow playmat with 2 unicorns.
That's right.
And playing a deck that I've spent a lot of time trying to choose and had a really hard time nailing down. And who knows, I might still change my mind.
Well,
but
fair enough.
You never know. Right now, I've played so much standard, and the thing is, I don't really enjoy playing standard unless I'm playing a deck that I really enjoy playing.
Yeah.
And I don't really enjoy playing that many decks. And right now, running around standard, I think if you play, you'll agree, there are about 25,000 Scarab Gods in everybody's deck.
Oh.
It is just everywhere. I've heard the same thing about Arena, but every other deck, Scarab God, Scarab God, Scarab God. And the thing is, you can put Scarab God in a control deck. You can put Scarab God in a mid-range deck. It's good in both of them. There's different forms, so it's just everywhere. And there's so many good kill spells. Vraskin's Contempt, Moment of Craving, Fatal Push, frickin' Bantu's Last Reckoning.
Yep.
Anyway. I could go on.
Rough.
There's a lot of good removal.
Yeah.
And I like playing creature decks. So anyway, that's been the kind of bane of my existence is so many Scarab God decks. But there are other ones. There's red-green giant monsters.
Yeah.
You know, with Rekindling Phoenix coming up in there and Carnage Tyrant sometimes.
Yeah.
There's kind of a mid-range vampires deck that's kind of scooting about out there. Scooting around.
Just those vampires, out there scooting. Like they do.
Nobody's played an Approach of the Second Sun against me in quite a while.
Wow, congratulations.
Which is weird because a few weeks ago that was being played against me. Anyway, the metagame shifts. So what did I choose to play?
What did you?
I've talked about it on the show a little bit before. I've chosen to play Blue-White Boggles. What? This is standard not modern. It's not blue. Okay, that's what I'm calling it because you're taking a creature and you're putting a bunch of enchant or auras on it and sending it into the fray.
Yeah.
And backing it up with cheap counter spells. So that's what I'm playing right now. It involves SRAM, Senior Artificer, who helps you draw cards when you cast auras or vehicles or equipment, but nobody cares about that. And so you just draw all the cards. You're playing my deck. There's different versions of this. There's an Ascend version, and this version is not the Ascend version. You've got Sacred Cat, which can come back from the dead and wear more auras if people kill it, which, as you've heard me say, people love to do right now.
Yeah, they really do.
You've got Adorned Pouncer, who can come back as a 4/4 double striker. Meow.
Wow.
So there's some cool kitty cats in this deck, too. You're playing Curious Obsession, so you can draw cards when you hit somebody for damage. You're playing a Danto Vanguard to try and stop some removal, except that doesn't really care if Vraska's Contempt comes knocking on its door, or a Moment of Craving for that matter, or if near Deadlands, sad face. But I like the deck because for the same reason I think that I like playing Boggles, which is you've got a stupid little card and then you're like, poop, 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 put a bunch of stuff on it, swing for the fences and watch your opponent be like, oh, I can't do anything about that. That sucks. And you're like, that's right. Sucks to be you. I don't know. I think the deck is it's fine. It's not great. I'm certainly not playing the best deck in the format. I'm certainly not even playing the second or third or fourth or fifth best deck, but it's a deck that I have the most fun playing. So that's what I'm going to play.
Fair enough.
There you have it.
All right.
What do you think of my decision?
I think that you're making a great decision.
Oh, good.
You're going to go and you're going to have a great time.
Yeah.
And it'll be a surprise for some people who won't know what to do with themselves, which is delightful.
Yeah.
And maybe, like we said, it'll get better in the future when Dominaria is released because we'll have those sweet little 2/1 that can help make your aura creatures indestructible.
100% playing that card.
So,
no question.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people play Siren Storm Tamer to sack, but you have to keep blue up. And that's kind of hard in this deck, having your blue mana and then keeping it up too.
That's fair.
Anyway, yeah, so that's what I'm going to be playing. I went back and forth on this and playing Green-White Cats, which I think is a perfectly fine deck too. And those Vamps. Perfectly fine.
Meow.
Meow.
Speaking of meow.
Yeah. You've been brewing some sweet decks.
In Arena. That's right. You can check out the stream, twitch.tv/magictheamateuring, to see some of our Arena brews.
Oh, yeah.
One of them is called Catouche, which is cats and cartouches that you put on them.
This is very similar to the SRAM deck that I'm playing.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's green-white cats, and then you put things like Cartouche of Strength or a Cartouche of First Strike, which I don't remember what it's called. The white one.
Oh, Cartouche of First Strike.
It's not called Cartouche of First Strike, but that's what it is.
Solidarity plus a soldier.
Yes. Yeah, plus a little
warrior?
1/1.
I don't know.
Which is pretty sweet. Then we've also made 100% birds.
Meghan, what's in that deck?
It's 100% birds.
Wow.
It is all flyers. It's flyers and favorable wins.
Oh, I love it.
Plus a little bit of removal. I think we have like a cast out and an Ixalan's Binding or something. And do you know what? That deck did really well for like 6 rounds, and then it just lost a bunch.
Yeah.
So it was like up 6, down 6.
That's how I feel playing the SRAM deck, man. Some days I'm just like, I can't lose with this thing. And then the next day I'm like, I can't win with this thing.
Yeah. Then we also made an Auras deck. What did I call it? Oh, Getting Curious is the name of this one because it has Curious Obsession in it, which is a blue-white Auras deck, except mine has 4 copies of Dive Down.
Oh, nice.
And then like Merfolk Mistbinders and Curious Obsessions that you slap on there.
I love it.
It's a lot of fun. And some Squire's Devotion.
Can't
That's
touch
a great card.
Mistbinder.
No, man.
No. You're going to have to settle my wreckage or fumigate me.
That's right. Settle my wreckage. Also, it plays...
you can't even, can you?
It plays... You can.
Is that target?
No.
Okay. All attacking.
Yeah, all attacking. Okay. So, and it even plays 2 copies of Spell Pierce, which I have, like, gotten people sometimes, and they're just like, oh, I'm going to settle the wreckage, just like, are you?
Get you.
Or are you?
Are you?
So, yeah, I've had a great time.
Oh, yeah. It sounds great.
It's a ton of fun. Come check it out because we're streaming it a little bit more often.
Yeah.
Now that we can, and you can see what all the fuss is about. Because I'm really enjoying Arena. It doesn't have like the same depth of card pool or the same like formats that Magic Online does, but it still is super neat. It looks great, and it plays so smoothly.
Yeah, and you know what? Hopefully pretty soon when it's released to the public, you'll be able to play like a draft on it. You'll be able to play standard on it. So
exactly.
Really great. chat about Team Modern Super League.
Just real quick, we wanted to give you all an update because we talked about last week how we were going into it.
Yes.
We ended up banning Esper Solemnity, which was not what I guessed we were going to
Ban?
Not what I guessed we were going to best. Not what I guessed we were going to ban. Yeah.
Yeah. And they banned not what you thought either.
No, they banned Jund Elves, which was just massively surprising to me.
You were playing against the Team MNVA was playing against the Brew Crew.
Yes, who brought some wacky decks.
They brought weird brews.
Yeah.
And they banned elves.
And they banned elves, which, like, I get it. Maybe if you're worried about not having enough interaction, it can just run you over real quick out of nowhere if you're, like, not disrupting it enough.
Yeah.
But Emo ended up starting our team off 3-0 against them with Infect, which was just great. I was freaking out the whole time. I was just like,
accurate.
Because that's how Infect looks when someone else is playing it. It's just like, are they going to go for it? Are they going to be punished? Are they going to be rewarded? I don't know.
I know. This is kind of like how I feel sometimes when I'm playing Boggles or a SRAM deck. I'm just sitting there like, do you have the removal spell?
Exactly. Does this work or doesn't it?
Let me ask you a question as a control player. Do you feel like that ever playing when you're playing a control deck?
Do you ever
feel like the moment of...
Every once in a while, yeah. There's sometimes you just have to like jam a removal spell and you're like, boy, I hope this works.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, or like in an approach deck sometimes, well, it's just like, well, what I've got to do right now is like jam approach right now and then hope that they like don't kill me.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay.
I don't think nearly as often.
Yeah, because I'm like, do I really want to live this life where I'm in constant fear? What if I'm on the other side of the battlefield and I'm the one inflicting the fear?
Yeah.
But then again, I don't know. Anyway.
And then I went up against we lost to humans. I went up with Boggles and drew just the fewest number of auras you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah, it was a bad Boggles draw.
It was very, very bad. It was embarrassing. It wasn't embarrassing.
Well, it's not your fault.
Yeah. It was just like, wow, this is embarrassing for Boggles.
Boggles was not on its top form.
No, it really wasn't.
But that's okay, because it's been on its top form before, and that's the downfall of the deck, right? It can't be that great, or else everybody would play it all the time.
Yeah.
The problem is your draws can be really bad.
Yeah.
Same with the deck I'm playing in Standard. So it's just one of the realities of the deck.
Yep.
So that's what happened. But you played well, just didn't get the draws.
No.
So it was
really
all
didn't.
up to your third team member, Sam.
Yeah. And he got there.
And he got there!
He got there with his weird, like, Jund burn brew.
Yeah.
It was
Jund
great.
burn brew.
It was like, thank goodness, Sam.
And so now
Thank goodness.
your team, the little team that could, is in the top 4.
That's right. We advanced straight to the semifinals.
Wow.
Which is pretty exciting. So the next 2 weeks are, like, this week and next week are the quarterfinals. And then we'll play one of the quarterfinals teams. And then the Wizards team will play one of the quarterfinals teams. And then there will be finals. So we'll see.
Gosh. So
I'm very excited.
Everybody, you've got to be watching Team Modern Super League, twitch.tv/magic on Tuesdays to find out what happens. What if, could they take the whole thing down and beat all these pros and like people who work for Wizards designing cards?
Ooh, I don't know why I'm doing the spooky.
Spooky. That would be so spooky.
That would be so spooky. Get spooked.
Flavortex Theater presents Make It a Song.
That's right. We're gonna crack this old school pack.
I'm so excited.
From the original set that we played, Return to Ravnica.
Yes.
And we're gonna give you some songs.
So
based on the names of the cards.
Yeah, move over Billboard Top 100 because we've got 15. Mediocre songs coming at you.
We've got 16 brilliant songs coming at you. All right, let's see.
Oh God.
Okay, this one is Sewer Shambler. And this is like a gritty punk song.
Oh yeah.
That's about how, like, aren't we all really just people who are shambling through the sewer of life?
Oh yeah, we are.
Yeah. Sewer Shambler.
I'm in with that song. This song is is like an Adele style "You Hurt Me" ballad, but you could never pierce my Mizium skin.
Yep.
So like you took me down, but you didn't take me down all the way.
This is just like some little folk song that you're gonna hear only at like an open mic night in a bar from some little lady with a guitar.
Okay.
Seller of songbirds.
Okay. I don't know really what this one is. Last time we played this, we made so many country songs.
It's true.
And this one, I guess, is also a country song. It's called Rubbleback Rhino. And it's about somebody who's like, you know, maybe not the best looking, but they'll trample your heart.
Wow. Yes, absolutely.
Rubbleback Rhino.
This one's a rock song called Gate Creeper Vine.
Oh, nice.
And it's just all about, you know, a vine that's tearing down what's keeping people out. Like tear down that fence.
Tear down that vine.
Tear down that gate.
Okay, so you know the song, of course, Teenage Dirtbag. This one is similar.
I'm just a catacomb slug, yeah, baby.
Yes, like a 90s,
Yeah, 90s
little boy grunge.
Yeah,
nice.
90s boy grunge right there.
This one is this one's by a Christian rock band. It's Sphere of Safety.
Oh my gosh. It is.
It is.
That's real.
It's all about how Jesus is your sphere of safety.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay, this one I don't know what the heck it is. Transguild Promenade. I suppose it's like a old somebody's playing it on a harpsichord.
Yes, it's like an old timey. Or I'm imagining it like from the era of like the Charleston.
The Transguild Promenade.
Everybody do the Transguild Promenade.
You put your left foot in and then you go to another guild.
This is definitely a death metal song.
Oh,
Rites
yes.
of Reaping.
Absolutely.
Just straight up.
Absolutely. So is this one, Grizzly Salvage.
Yeah.
Grizzly Salvage. What can I salvage left of the person that I was?
Wow.
Yeah.
This is another country song. It's Ultimate Price, but it's how you have to pay the ultimate price for love when you have to give your heart away to someone. You're paying the ultimate price to get to love.
You're so nice, I pay the ultimate price. I was
thinking like more like old school country.
Oh, old school. Okay. This one is a protest song about people who believe the government is watching them and may or may not be correct. Eyes in the skies.
Oh, this is their follow-up song, Martial Law.
Yep. Accurate. Oh my God, I knew this card would be in here. And I was like, what would I say if this one came up? Gorehouse Chainwalker.
Yes.
Because I don't know.
That's another death metal song.
It has to be death metal. There's no other way.
Absolutely.
Man, Gorehouse Chainwalker.
Great.
You were such a good card.
Wow.
2-1 Unleash for 2.
Everybody do the Transguild Promenade.
Please send us a video of yourself dancing the Transguild Promenade.
Oh my God. And tweet it at us with the hashtag Transguild Promenade.
Please.
Please.
And you have to instruct what you're doing in the dance video. Like, now this is when, because we want to be able to do the dance with you.
Yeah.
It can be to any song that you think works with the
Transguild Promenade.
Yes. Thanks for listening to this episode of Magic the Amateuring. Remember, if you want to be entered to win our April drawing, you can do so in the show notes or underneath the video on YouTube in the links. You'll be entered in the Gleam giveaway for some cool stuff at the end of the month. Thank you once again to Card Kingdom for sponsoring our show, and to everybody who's a patron of the show. Just go to patreon.com/MTAcast to help support the show and keep it alive and keep it growing. It's really, really critical that you do so. So if you've never been a member, why don't you consider becoming a member in the month of April, the month when it rains down? Make it the month when our flowers grow.
Wow, that's so lovely.
Anyway, next week we'll give you a recap from GP Seattle.
That's right.
Oof.
We'll give you all the hot goss.
And remember to go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/MTAcast, for some sweet arena vids. And our Magic 101 series is continuing there. Of course, these podcasts are always available. And we've recently reinvigorated our Instagram. That's right.
Ooh,
we have an Instagram.
Reinvigorated. What a word.
It's at MTAcast. If you haven't put 10 and 10 together, that's where you can find it on the gram. Yeah.
All right. Until next time. Cheerio and to the Transguild Promenade.